What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Professor X. Now, this is the Savage Land version. I can't remember if this is an exclusive. I think it's a Target exclusive. I could be wrong. It may be able to be found at like Big Bad or something like that. But I think it's a Target exclusive. If I'm wrong, sorry about that. But yeah, I ordered this guy from Target a while ago, and I got him in, and I really was pumped to get this guy. This is the look that I've been wanting for a long time, especially with like the hover chair, that sort of thing. Um, this is just how I see Professor X. It comes from the show, like the '90s show, like seeing him like that, just kind of ingrained in my mind, I guess. So I was really pumped to get it. So here he is on that retro style card back, and you've got him, you've got his accessories, just a couple of hands, and the Cerebro helmet. You've got the nice orange card. It does say Professor X Savage Land on there. So yeah, you flip it to the back. You got a little bio on the back. And that's pretty much it for it. Pretty simple design. I do like the retro cards. Remind me of childhood. But let's get them open and check them out. Here's Professor X outside of that packaging, and he looks pretty cool. I like the color green that they used on him for accessories. He's got only the 3 extra hands, these trigger finger hands. He comes with 2 fists, trigger finger hands. Maybe you need to put a gun in his hand. I don't know. And then these pointing hands. I love these hands. I like these hands, like Cyclops, like optic blast hands, or giving direction hands, or putting fingers to the forehead using his uh, psychic powers. Then you got Cerebro, which is all molded in the same silver. Nice little marbling effect inside of it. I do like it when they marble some of the stuff. Like the old, like I won't say old, but like Iron Man suits and stuff. Sometimes they have marbles in there, like the marble swirl in there, and I do kind of like that. I know some people hate it, but that's pretty cool. So this is smooth on the inside. You can see that there's actually like padding sculpting in there, which is pretty cool. But you get the hoses. No paint to bring out any of those details or anything like that, but you do get to see the ridges based because of the light, the way it's hitting off that. So that's pretty cool. But no other real textures or paint washes or anything like that. Gloves are pretty simple design, just a solid hand painted. Let's take a look at him. So for Professor X, I like the color choice that they used on him. You got the nice X on there. You got this nice green, the black undershirt. Head sculpt looks good. Red on the belt. This light gray that kind of matches his boots there. The skin tone looks nice, and it looks like it's painted pretty good. The cuffs are a little bit shinier, which is cool because I mean the sleeve is rolled up, so it's cool that that's a little bit darker. Matches the gloves. So the paint choice on him is like really good to me. Really nice. Now it does feel a little weird in here. I guess I was expecting like the way it's sculpted in there. It's kind of like slanted. I was expecting a little bit like a ball waist in there, but there isn't one. It's just a solid waist cut. But yeah, I think overall it looks pretty cool. He's got all of these because he is in that like guess military kind of fatigues or something like that. Like you got all of these folds in there, which is I mean it looks really cool. It's all throughout the body, which is really nice detailing in there. And you can see all the lights hitting off of it and creating those shadows, even though there's no shading in there. Some shading would have been cool, but I mean the light is doing pretty good. For articulation, we've got I think a double ball peg, yeah. So no hinge, which you guys know how I feel about that if you've been watching my videos. I love the hinge, but even for a double ball peg, this I mean look at that. That works really nice. They did a good job on that. Really cool. Goes back pretty far. Tilt for some personality. Really awesome. T pose goes up really well. Upper bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Pinless. Go really far. Hinge and rotation. All from a peg. Ab Crunch, which does not go that far forward. And even for going back, it's not as much as you expect based on like older legends. It doesn't really move forward or back. Sometimes they can barely go forward, but they'll go way, way, way back. This guy doesn't really go in either direction. Get the waist cut. Let's see. Not really, no drop down hip. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Let's see if we can get this one to go. Yep. Pinless. Upper boot cut, hinge and pivot from the foot and ankle. So pretty cool. Of course, if you're going based off the show or them saying Savage Land, then you know he's in the Savage Land with Magneto in the show. X-Men are coming. He's got his ability to move around. He's mobile. So maybe he can get down. Who knows? This ain't your normal Professor X. Pretty good posing. Pretty good movement. And I like it. I was pretty pumped for this anyways. I would say, just looking at it, I was just thinking about it. The knees and the elbows seem to be a little bit different of a green, kind of like the She-Hulk thing that was going on, where the shades just don't match up too well. Not the, right there, and right there in the knees. Maybe I think that's showing through the camera. Elbows a little bit not terrible. It could be because the lights are so bright that I'm being able to see that. I think if I didn't have it, like these little bright lights directly on it, you wouldn't really be able to tell. And even then, it doesn't really bother me. Part of that could be biased just because I've been waiting for this figure forever. Here's Professor X with the Cerebro helmet on. We've got him with his little, maybe mind using fingers. Trigger finger hand, which, again, no real reason for me to have that on him. Maybe an open palm would have been like really nice to have for him instead. And when you switch the hands, just be careful because these wrist parts right here are not sculpted to anything, so they will fall off. You don't want to misplace that. And then there's him using his little mind powers with out the helmet. Pretty cool. Here he is next to Magneto, the person he was captured with and kind of hung up on that wall in the episodes. They look good together. This is the Magneto from that 3-pack. Quicksilver and Scarlet. It's probably my favorite one that I have. I don't think it's perfect. They definitely need to work on that. I don't know why they can't get a Magneto right, but the best one for me, in my opinion. I don't have the Mafex version. I know a lot of people love that one, but yeah, they stand about the same height. Pretty cool. They look good together. Charles got that gangster. Bat. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, pretty cool. This is my Cyclops with the Casting Cave head sculpt. So he looks really awesome. My favorite Cyclops. So badass. But that's 97 body with the Casting Cave head sculpt. They stand about the same height. Look great together. You know, Professor X and his first student. They got different hands. So Cyclops is just a little more curved. So pretty cool. And then we got Professor X in his chair. And I'll get Professor X out of there so they can stand next to each other. Here is that Professor X that comes with the chair, and the Savage Land one. And the Savage Land one looks jacked. I mean, it looks huge. Looks good in shape somehow. It looks really good. I like it. Um, Probably does have more of a body like this one here, the one in the chair. But I mean, the other one does look kind of cool though. This one always gives me like Henry Gyrick type vibes, but pretty cool. You got the differences in the head sculpts. You see the eyebrows. I like this one more. Yeah, he's towering. Yeah, very, very different. This head sculpt looks really nice. The eyes are like done way better. The lips, pretty cool. And I'll get this guy in the chair. How cool is that? That's pretty awesome. I like that look. Definitely does some hits the weights, get that upper body strong. But it does look really cool. I do like that a lot. It does remind me of some episodes from the 90s X-Men. And I do love that. This may be the Professor X that I leave in here from now on. Really awesome. Did he have this suit when they met X Factor? I can't remember. And you got those two together. Pretty cool. But I feel like he was wearing it there too. I could be wrong on that. But I do feel like he was. So overall, I think this Professor X is pretty cool. Again, I'm gonna be a little biased because that's one that I've been wanting forever. I don't know why it took so long, but I'm kind of glad that it did since it came out so good. Like I really do like the way that it looks. The head sculpt looks better than that last one, and I like the colors that they used on it. Really, really cool. Great to go with my X-Men. I just like it. Again, part of it's maybe because I've been waiting forever, but man, I think they did a good job. Simple design. You had a nice sculpt. You didn't have to put the shading in there. It would have been nice to have shading in there, but you didn't have to because the lights are kind of making those folds and everything pop. So, I mean, it looks really cool. I like it. He didn't need anything super crazy. Um, for me, I wonder why they made this one like a exclusive, if it is an exclusive. But yeah, I do like this. I'm glad we finally got it. So yeah, you a big X Men fan? Is this the style? Which Professor X style is the one for you? I'm curious. You know, put it in the comments. I'll read that. For me, it's this look that I've been waiting for a long time. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this review. I really like the figure myself. Hopefully, I showed you enough that you needed to see to make up whether you're gonna pick it up or not. So other than that, I will catch y'all in the next one later.